Charity ends where survival begins. Topic inspired by the YouTubes and the coronavirus. Coming to you from lockdown Los Angeles. I'm still looking at more perspectives of the situation. And I think it's a huge shit show. A lot of corruption, money grabbing, power grabbing, dick grabbing. Um, all sorts of stuff is going on. But it's the I keep watching the show because it's incredible, man. In theory, being locked down for what 14 days, I think, however long that's how long the virus lasts. Let's just add a week, 21 days. Everyone gotten sick and over it, but politicians, officials, police officers, firefighter unions, Amazon, all sorts of people. They could get a handout, a bailout, time off, paid leave, sick leave, new toys, new equipment, more billage, recognition, all sorts of shit, man. I like the song. I think it's by Groove Armada. It's from the movie Collateral soundtrack. And I'm gonna go all over the road as usual. Because I've been seeing people just panic attack. There's one dude that keeps saying with walking his dog, and I think, fuck, man, aren't you hot with that fucking mask on? And gloves. I tattoo, man. Um, I've cleaned up shit. I've done construction with gloves on, and even to the point to where I've noticed that in hot weather, they'll just slide off even easier because all the fucking sweat that's collected under there, and it's a hazard. Germs, germs, and whatever the fuck you're holding could slip the fuck out your hands. And again, my mind goes all over the place now because people think that they're being safer by having no germs, no bacteria on your face or body, or breathing it in. And and all that does is it's definitely going to get us ready for, I won't say the second wave of corona. It's going to be a second wave of illness, of hysteria, and I think we're going to get sick with the flu, um, because we've all been, many of us have been sheltered. I've been walking around with without a mask, and even at the grocery store, I put down the mask. You have to wear a mask into the fucking store, and I'm cool with that because again, it's a private business, and there's one thing I'm thinking about too is that the flood of lawsuits that are gonna come. And a lot of people are gonna lose a lot. Um, I don't give a fuck if you're selling car insurance, you're driving a truck, you're a gardener, you work, you're a maid for someone famous, whatever the fuck. And you catch corona. I got corona and I gave it to my grandma, to my uncle, to my babysitter who killed this, and to somebody that I knew or loved, and now they're dead, and wrongful death lawsuit, and whatever the fuck, man. That's gonna come. And if you're a big box business, well, they told us, well, if you don't want to work here, you can just go home. But I got bills to pay. Well, why didn't they why didn't this company build a reverse air sucking ventilation, reverse osmosis filtration system? And overnight, when I went home off my shift, and the thing didn't magically reappear with UV lights and whatever the fuck. Because now I got sick, and I got my kid sick. Now my kid's blind. And I'm thinking of another subject here where, there's many people asking for bailouts, a handout, food. What am I going to feed my kid? Um, and the like. And it's the government's fault. Can you imagine if I said, why doesn't this product this print sell for $1 million, the original? Why aren't I rich? It's because of the government. And I don't think that's the case. I think, in America, and it took me years to finally calculate this. Because I saw the symptoms of it, clues of it, the products of it, the rewards of it. As a kid, I was taught it's okay to lie if no one dies, or if you're gonna hurt someone's feelings, or you gotta lie to look good. You gotta be fake so that you blend in. Well, you could steal if it's from a rich person. Be careful not to travel too far, or get a new and get a job in a new field that your friends or family, that anyone around you does not know or is a part of already. Have fear. Mexicans do have a fear. And you don't look at a dog when it's peeing, or else you get pink eye. And I remember people really freaking out about that. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm getting lost here, man, because because the position where I'm at now, again, I am here 1,000% by my choices, 1,000% accountable. Now, No doubt if I write some award-winning story, novel, take a picture, get a Pulitzer Prize or a Peabody Award or some sort of recognition, right? For literature or for taking a picture for doing something. No doubt it was me, but also no doubt as to whoever taught me how to take pictures, how to write, how to learn my ABCs, one, two, threes, and I think those habits, those poor habits that I got, they were taught by, um, I'll say my so-called parents, so-called, yeah, so-called parents, so-called friends and family, relatives, teachers, counselors, um, the adults in my life. And again. No, I'm just saying, no, it's all their fault. No, 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 no. Like I said, people can be taught things, man. Um, Mostly by example. And the example that I like using is, could you imagine if I did a high school project or if I did a presentation at NASA or some science show and said, we need to take care of this global warming because if our global warming gets out of hand, the moon's gonna melt. You know why? Because it's made out of cheese. That's what I was taught as a kid. Moon's made out of cheese. And no, I think eventually, if I was taught that that the moon was made out of cheese, I think what would happen is what's happened to me in my life, where eventually I learned that that wasn't true, or I started hearing, things like, they collected a moon rock from a rock from the moon, and it's at this laboratory, and I think wait, rock, what kind of rock? Velveeta, Velveeta, Swiss cheese, what was it? Like, no, it's just a rock, mineral, whatever, carbon, whatever the fuck, white dust. I'm like, no, I'm thinking, wait, really? Who said this? A teacher, a professor, so an astronaut that went there. And then you think, well, who the fuck taught me this shit? Then you think, fuck, man, I'm fucking up, man. But let me check my other information. And with all these people asking for handouts that they're victims, um, not only have I seen it, but I've done it myself, where I've been in charge of a business, I've managed a business, or I have owned a business, and I was cocky, lazy, stupid, naive, careless, or reckless, or just plain fucking arrogant, and or even the worst of all, the worst kick in the balls, which a lot of people don't want to admit, is when you get too comfortable, and defeat comes. Yeah, I'm thinking about times where I've made nice paychecks and shared them with other people, or shared rewards with other people. Like, yeah, it's good enough, man. This is right, man. Well, I should make more money. And I think, dude, there's a lot more work to be done here, man. And we're good with 6 figures. I'm like, no, how about 7? I think 7 would be good, but I think it's possible to do 8 figures. Yeah, man, but I need my days off. Getting lost here because I'm rewinding here things that have happened in my life. Where I learned, eventually I learned the words recently, but not the example, not the lesson. That charity ends where survival begins. People have said, well, I'll help you out by giving you a like on Facebook. Remember, someone said, yeah, let me get your products and services for free, and I'll promote them for you. And I said, yeah, go ahead and tell people that they're free. See what good that does to me. Um, Interesting, man. And during this pandemic, man, it's as simple as ask someone. Me personally, I wanted to get a sewing machine for the last year, but I thought, first I need to take a sewing class. I need to make time for that, so I could focus on that, so that I know what sort of sewing machine to get. I don't know what will go through leather or Levi jeans or just cotton, and I didn't make time for that. And then when these masks are being made out, you can ask someone who's scared of the coronavirus, why don't you make masks? And this person's a Catholic, super Catholic, going to heaven, right? Why don't you make some masks? It's like people need them. Just no response, none. Because if I don't answer, well, then God won't see me reply, and I don't have to say anything. And I've seen people again. We saw people body slamming each other for fucking toilet paper. Um, all these trustworthy Democrats, especially here in California, running to the gun store, man, making line. Yeah, man, let me get a Mossberg shotgun. Get an MP5, HK MP5. What kind of Colt revolvers you got? Sigs, Berettas. What else you got? And it's funny because all these people that said any killer could just get a gun right away. I'm glad there's a 10-day period, 10-day waiting period here in California to buy a gun. So once you get it, even if your background checks out, you still gotta wait 10 days. And these are people that again let all the illegals in, legalize all weed. Um, Take a shit on the sidewalk. It's okay. We need Pelosi and Newsom. Listen to Hollywood. Love and likes and hugs. Yeah, they're buying guns, man. Oh, I don't know how to use a gun. Remember some fucking wimp? He's like, yo, I had a discussion with my family about buying a gun, and now it's time. And I think your dumbass is probably gonna fucking shoot the fucking finger off. Um, when you pull it out. And I've just calculated that this coronavirus it's beautiful, man. It's sad. It's character revealing, not character shape, character revealing. I like it. It hurts so good. This probably should be another title of the video. It hurts so good because I'm seeing the weak collapse, the stupid and naive fold. Oh man, well the governor knows best. We don't need to be out in the beach because, you know, the governor said that. Do you want to die? Do you want to kill my grandmother? Even a piece of shit Mark Cuban. It's like, yeah, gotta monitor these people, man. I think he was sending secret shoppers to make sure that everyone had their quarantine shit on. Like, what the fuck? He wants to extend the lockdown. Make that blue. No, not blue. But yeah, what I learned it did hit me the formula, right? When I saw the formula of charity ends where survival begins. You know what's cool about the Marine Corps? And I didn't know about it because, you know, basically all I basically knew was high school and literally just a few days in the civilian world and then into the Marine Corps. And other than that, it was pretty much Disney programmed, Hollywood programmed, um, mainstream media programmed to believe Sesame Street was global or something like that in the States. But would it be tough love really in the Marine Corps? Because yeah, we had and I know I had a few fucking assholes in my unit, power tripping motherfuckers, and then I had leaders that. And again, this is the formula I learned just recently. I want to say probably last year, but I learned it by example um, years ago when I was in. Gives a fuck about being liked. You're weak if you need to be liked. You're a fucking moron if you need to be liked. You are wrong if you need to be liked. And when you want to be liked, you're gonna say things where you'll express your beliefs in the way where most people can agree. Um, when you take into consideration people's feelings. No, that doesn't mean, hey, you fat bitch, you're so fat. Go hide under a barn. No, it's gonna be something like, hey, dude, wanna go work out, man? Fucking burn some of that blubber. Let's go do some squats, some dips, or run. You know, pre-corona, I told people, you know, it's possible we'll eat a shit sandwich. We're gonna have a rainy day and just, you know, pinch your pennies, man, or earn more. And some people, some people learn from it. Others learn by the corona. I just think that's funny. But it's a trip to the civilian world. And I think, what did I read? What enhanced our stupidity was social apps, social media shit. Because now I think a lot of people don't believe that. Well, look, I hit like on that video, and I shared it, and that's good enough. That means I've cured cancer, cured that little girl's cancer, I've stopped poverty around the world, and ended global warming. That's not the case, man. Also mentioning with someone close to me. They said, no, my concern about the future is that, people will eventually learn the hard way, or else they'll realize, I'm not going to starve to death. That's one way I'm not going to die. I'm not going to starve to death. Or someone else will kind of, my baby's not starving too much already. They need to eat good. And people will turn, man. I think the moral compass will be turned off. And then the lesson, the advanced placement lesson, the PhD lesson will be charity ends where survival begins. I think we're going to get a lesson from it too in the future, in a few months again. Milk shortage, beef shortage, shortage of jobs in certain areas. To be continued, motherfuckers. Get after it, go forward. Trump 2020.